Well, it came a bit of a flood yesterday. Hi, the food's out here. You come out here and have breakfast? Come here, come on. I don't know why. She's worried about it, yep. Hello, are you a little soggy still? He was very wet when I came home yesterday. So it flash flooded yesterday. The creek overflowed. I had to go pull up all the nets. My neighbor helped me. I am out of feed. So we're gonna scrape the bucket in here and see if we can get a little bit of breakfast for everybody. Toonie, are you still sleeping? Toonie Biggo! Sorry, just making sure she's okay. And then I'll kind of show you guys what happened. So for now, I have all these nets in here. They need to be moved. My neighbor helped me pick them up, and it was raining, and I was just literally trying to get them somewhere reasonable. The hay feeder is in here. The hay bag is in here. I filled all this up last night, so obviously they were hungry. They have eaten all of it. So we will restock the hay this morning. We have to take a load of trash. The truck is full of trash. That's why I don't have any feed. And I need a complete refill on everything. So I need sweet feed. There's just not enough sweet feed in here for everyone today. So I think what we'll do is probably reset hay. I'm gonna give them what I have left and not the pigs and the goats because they're pregnant. And when you're pregnant, you get to eat. First, we're gonna go get feed this morning, but it's like 10 o'clock and we have to drive the trash out, then go get feed and come back. So it'll probably be like lunch or after by the time we get them some feed. They had feed last night. So they will get feed like lunch instead of early this morning, which is totally fine. And we'll restock everyone's hay. Hello. Okay, so what you have is some cattle cubes. They're a little moldy on one side, but I think I managed to scrounge up like enough for everybody to just have a bite this morning so that I don't really have to worry about it. I need to just dig out all the moldy stuff and throw it out and see if I could utilize the rest of the bag. It's just usually if the bag has a little bit of mold in it, there's mold all the way through. So it's been a bit of a wild week with weather around here. Just a lot of different things. So I'll give you guys an update. I'm not gonna go in with these guys this morning. We'll just throw these cubes over for the pigs. I think they'll eat them. Oh, we have so much to get at the feed store today. Good morning, Bubba's. Did you survive? Did you survive the rain? Here we go. All right, come on, guys. Let's come down here this way. Feed you. I know, and you're really not gonna like what I have for you for breakfast, but that's what we got for now, pigs. That's what we got for now. What we are gonna do today, instead of letting the pigs out, is keep them in. I will feed them when I get feed, like I said, probably around lunch or this afternoon, because I'm not gonna let them out today. Because I don't have nets, we're gonna let the girls over here, and I really need to check to see if there's any standing water, so let me get this all rearranged because I have to treat it a little bit differently with Tink in here. There's nothing particularly exciting over here for them to eat. There is enough grass, I think, to help us for about a week because more than likely it'll be next Thursday or Friday if I get the nets back up. So today is Saturday. All the flooding happened yesterday. I think it is done raining, so I think we're in the clear, but I kind of want to walk out and I'm going to show you what exactly happened. but this will get the girls out and eating, so I don't have to put hay in their feeder this morning, which I'm not going to because they'll just eat it. And we'll put it in this evening, this afternoon, to make sure they have something to eat overnight. But there's plenty out there to kind of get them out of the barn this morning. I will need to clean out the water that's in here. It was just pouring rain and I didn't want them to not have water. I brought this in here, they didn't touch it. So this was full last night. They're just excited because it's a new spot to be in. So I know a lot of you guys probably have seen that all the really bad tornadoes that went through earlier this week in Kentucky and Arkansas, those were not close to here. We did not have any really like severe weather. There were a couple of tornadoes south of us. I don't think there's any significant damage reported, so we're good. The animals are good, but the wind blew pretty ferociously for like 6 to 8 hours here, and it broke the Dutch door, part of the Dutch door that goes to the outside of the barn, the top part. Despite it all being locked up, the wind managed to like pull it open, so that's no fun. It is very cold today, and today is going to be the coldest day. It's gonna be warmer tomorrow, it's gonna be warmer next week. But you can see we pulled the nets up, and I was gonna go check the creek level this morning. I got home at about 3:30 yesterday, and I called Jeremy. I was like, I can see the creek from the house. Do I need to go pull the nets up? And he was like, I really don't think it's gonna be that bad, but you can go out there and see, we don't really know. And my neighbor, sweet neighbor, met me and was like, hey, let's drive out there and look at it. I want you to kind of see what it's like. We may need to pull your nets up. And he helped me pull up all the nets and take them in because of how high the water is. So this is one of the overflow channels that we get. This is about where the charger was. So I think the charger would have been about underwater. And it goes all the way over there. So there is nothing to really eat right here. So until this goes away, there's no point in putting the nets back up because all the food is beyond it, and the goats won't trudge through it. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw last night, on Friday night, I kind of posted a picture. We were working really fast to get the nets up, so I couldn't like stop and take pictures really. All of his bank, the neighbor's bank, was flooded, and I'll walk over there and show it to you. It is back down this morning, which means we're in the clear. So feasibly, I could come put all the nets back up. They would ground out with the standing water, but we could put them up because they're no longer going to get washed out. The creek came over the bank right here. So you can see like all these leaves. Obviously, we don't have any trees. So there was water all right here. So like it looks like it came all the way out here, which would meant this part of the nets would have all been underwater. The issue is not really the water, it's if it would have pulled them up, pulled them back in the creek. So the creek is still really high. Normally you can see something just jumped back in the water. I scared it. Normally this is about a 7 to 8 foot drop down, 10 in some spots. See how good the current is moving this morning. Most of his little creek bank over there, you guys can see all of this was underwater last night. And you can kind of tell from the stuff that's washed up, this was all this like gravel was underwater. And I'm not gonna walk over there, but there was water like all the way up to like right here. Thankfully, it's down. Everything's running off this morning. Looks good. We will be able to put nets back up in theory when we are ready. Last time that it flooded this bad was like in March, and it took several weeks for the water to drain off. Now it is very dry here right now, so this I don't think will take as long to get down to somewhere reasonable where I could run the nets. I don't know what you guys, Christmas break, if you have kids or if you work in a school, we have to go 3 days next week. So we go through Wednesday, so I will only be off like the 23rd through I think like the 3rd. We go back the 4th and 5th. Don't have that long of a break, but my hope is that one warm day while I'm off, I'll just take some time and get everything set back up. So just kind of recovering this morning, trying to figure out what all we need to do. And if somebody is curious, I would let the pigs out with them. Not a huge deal, they all get along. The problem is what the pigs would do is go in the barn and turn over all the water buckets. They would turn over all the feeders. They would just make a mess. And they would sleep in the barn and kind of terrorize the girls all day. The girls don't like them in the barn with them. So that's why for the next week or so, we'll keep the piggies pinned up. The reason I don't want them pinned up the entirety of winter in that small area is because they will root and they will dig up the ground. With all this stuff to eat and explore, not a huge issue. It's cooler today. I could just block it off and not let anybody in the barn today. I don't feel like that's fair to the girls, especially my pregnant mamas who I might want to need a nap this afternoon. So that we don't have to eat an entire bale of hay for the next week. It'll take us, would probably take us 4 or 5 bales for the girls just to get through the week till I could get the nuts back up. This is a much better solution for everyone. Well, everybody got a restock on feed today. They'll all be excited. Pork chop's already getting in there going to bed. It is chilly, so I really didn't do much today because it was wet. We also picked up all the nets and put them back outside, which is good because they were wet and it's probably not a good place for them. They are full up on mineral, on alfalfa pellets. We're gonna have dinner. Is everybody ready? Are you a little spicy? Mom put minerals out. Did you drive all over creation? Our usual feed store was out of pig food. And I just really didn't feel good continuing to feed them sweet feed because it is a time of year where everybody needs all the things that they need, different animals. So they got a new sub tub. So we're gonna feed everybody. We're gonna put some hay in their feeder tonight to keep them warm. My guess is they will eat it all overnight. We'll fill up the bag and we'll get them fed. Everybody fed real quick. Also didn't think about the fact that I have not put like Bunny up, so I'm gonna have to go over here and like close them in before I can bring the pigs dinner, which I normally have not had to do because I have this lovely little divider fence. You enjoying your sub tub? Yeah. Okay, maybe now we'll get over here to Toonie, who's screaming her head off. And their bowls are all full of water. Oh, the bottom part of the pasture is absolutely flooded. And what may happen for us is that as everything is running off right now, we may actually get more water in the back for several days as it's kind of clearing out other places. But it's even pig poo. It's even pig poo. Pork choppy chop and his lady friend. They went like one time where they had to have range cubes instead of actual pig food. All these pregnant girls, yes, you, with all these babies, had some food. Yes. Let's have some food for the pregnant nanny. Okay, girly friends, let's get some hay. You want me to put some in here? Let's put some in the hay bag. Okay, babies. They're definitely not as hungry tonight. I mean, they're eating the grain, but last night they about tackled me for the hay. So they've definitely been out, have full bellies today. Are you guarding the hay bag? So this little hay bag's in there. I am gonna get some more of those this season for kidding to hang in here. They work really well. They don't work for the boys, but they definitely work for the girls. The boys have a tartar feeder, and that may be what we do instead of having 2 tartar feeders. I just grab some of those hay bags and put in here, and for the square bales. So for outside, we're still gonna do that round bale manger and do round bales out in the trees for them. Still trying to find a good source of alfalfa up here that I either would deliver or I don't have to drive 3 hours to get. Everybody's bellies are full. Just worry, after kidding season last year, I'm just so concerned that they don't have all the minerals and things that they need. And I need to realize that that's not the case. They've got water. You can see she's going to town on this. She's still really early in her pregnancy, and this was a lot what Bunny was like when we first put this out, which they would have been about in the same place. They love these. It's a little soggy, but nobody's worse for the wear. All right, babies, night-night.